Everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. It's W-R-I-M-I, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, news out this morning. The DC Appeals Circuit has upheld Judge B0asberg's ruling that um, 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 that Felon 45's declaring of war, declaring of the Alien Enemies Act is not, no, 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 it is no, not going there. Felon 45 is claiming that he invoked that act. It's what is it? It's an act from 1786 or something along those lines. It's only been enacted during World War One, World War Two, and I think there was 1860 war or something along those lines. Felon 45 has claims he's invoked it because of the invasion of gangs from Venezuela. The appeals court has said, no, I don't think so. It's about an invading, it's meant to be for an invading army from a enemy, not a few gang members potentially coming over the border. How's this going to go for him? It can't do a reading for Felon 45 at the moment without getting the Tower card. This ruling is standing strong. It may go all the way to the Supreme Court. It is very much about getting the Venezuelans back out of El Salvador. And Kirsty Noem, the Homeland Security Secretary, went to the prison in El Salvador to have a look. Oh my goodness, could she have put any more lip filler in without her face exploding? I have absolutely no idea. In other side interest in that neck of the woods, the Brazilian Supreme Court has ordered that Bolsonaro, the previous leader in Brazil, is to face court regarding corruption and coup charges. So, yay! Again, Bolsonaro, friend of Felon 45s. The wheels are falling off everywhere. I just want to have a quick look. First of all, I am going to have a look to see now, I'm going to have a look first of all about Kirsty Noem being down there. What's her takeaway from it? But then I want to have a look to see whether this appeal is going to go to the Supreme Court and what the Supreme Court thinks about. So Judge B0asberg, Felon 45's lawyers have invoked that that they can't bring the documentation about the Venezuelans to the court because it might invoke the state secrets doctrine. I'm sorry, that's completely wrong. The judge told them where to go in regards to that. Basically said, do you think I'm an idiot? Yes, they can bring it and it can be viewed behind closed doors, and then the judge decides whether that information can be released or not. But anyhow, yeah, they were claiming it was of hypersecurity sensitivity that could threaten state secrets and national security. And the judge went, yeah, don't think so. Give it to me. But let's have a look. First up, Kirsty Noem, the old puppy killer. Let's have a look. Homeland Security Secretary. She went to the jail at El Salvador in her tight pants and her white t-shirt to have a look. What was Kirsty Noem's takeaway from that? I mean, most of us probably, oh, goodness me. What was her takeaway? Three of Wands. Well, this is about the ship coming in, the plan with an overseas country. Oh, okay. Is this fella again? The emotionally mature, taking emotionally mature action. Now, I wouldn't think that of Kirsty Noem. It may have been somebody in her entourage, and a lot of headlines coming out really quickly. Might even be, I keep getting that Biden put in place, in case I haven't already done it, entertainment only. Biden put in place a lot of preventative measures, but we've got here information about planning coming out. trying to keep a lid on the emotions, making an offer, and then we've got the abuse of power. I'm not going to go on the bottom there. Okay, so what was Kirsty Noem's takeaway? I don't know who this is that's going to bring out information. I know this is Kirsty Noem. She's gone down there for a visit. Okay, thank you. This is, okay, thank you. Got it, guys. This line here is about the, I'm going to say that's Judge B0asberg. Because as we go down, it just gets darker and darker and darker. The ruling that he's made. It's a lot of information. He wants the information. He's demanding the information, and I think he's going to get it. But she's trying to keep a lid on things and will be presenting something light and fluffy is what I'm getting there. Oh no, it's not as bad as what it's been reported, that sort of BS. But it is. It's just despicable. It's betrayal, it's abuse, it's okay. So I'm getting here, Judge B0asberg. He's told them that they must return. See, the ship's coming back into harbour. These people must be returned. And those are the rulings, and they're being upheld by the appeals court. And there is more information to come out on this. I think Noam is going to try and keep a lid on the emotions of it and bring forward some sort of light and fluffy offer. I don't think it's going to cut it. I really don't think it's going to cut it. Someone that could shoot a puppy. I gather she killed a goat as well with her own bare hands, or her own bang bang. Really wouldn't care less about what she considers subhumans in despicable conditions. Okay. I think she's going to make a light and fluffy presentation. Oh, it's not going to end well. So here's this supposed unity, end of an emotional cycle. It's just not going to end well for them. None of them. And this is why I know a lot of people say, well, if Harris won the presidential election, she should be installed. There are so many levels that are compromised all the way down. You've got, oh gosh, and that's thrown out again. And here we've got the rightful queen coming forward, but can also be movement forward, powerful movement forward as this information comes out. Because you've got the Kirsty Noems and you've got the Pete Hegseths and all of those that their positions are going to need to be re-elected upon. And there's the ones like the Cruz and the Allred. I mean, if you believe Cruz won in Texas, then I'm sorry, you're horribly mistaken. Okay, so let's have a look. So Judge B0asberg has said, get over yourselves, give me this information. How's that going to play out? Is he going to get it? Gosh. Something's coming to an end. Something's coming to a really big end with the truth being brought forward. Okay. We've got some sort of an announcement being made. In the past, things are being fully exposed, and they have been fully exposed. The claims that the planes were in international waters so that they couldn't rule them back. When a plane is in international waters, it is considered the territory of the country it is registered in. They were United States planes with United States crews on them. They were still United States territory. So, yeah, big light being shone on this. Crowning the reading, the abuse of power, the betrayal, the deceit, the lies. Again, we've got information being brought forward about contracts and agreements that were made. How's this going to play out? Throwing under the bus. Wasn't it funny how quickly those that were on that group chat decided to throw each other under the bus? I'm going to say money changed hands. It's also my trafficking, laundering, trafficking, trying to keep secrets about the money. Here's a legal ruling that is going to entrap those that were involved. Here is again money changing hands from overseas, money coming in from overseas. We've got this Queen of Wands energy. This could be Amy Coney Barrett, because here's the Supreme Court making a ruling on it. How's it going to play out? I think it's going to go all the way to the Supreme Court. So let's have a look. It's not going to hold water. Okay. How's this going to... Okay. Just going to go to the Supreme Court, and if so, how are the Supreme Court going to rule? If you're wondering what the cards are, they are the Gilded Tarot Royale. I will repeat that. Do not ask me in the comments, please. Gilded Tarot Royale. Gosh, treason. Treason, and they want that one as well. Powerful announcement being made, powerful ruling. It's going to be a ruling of treason. Somebody's going to be really upset about it. The devil is going to be really upset as this full illumination of the Emperor and his overseas plans, which are abusive, betrayal, and here sort of truth. I think it's going to go to the Supreme Court, and I think they are going to rule against Felon 45. The devil himself. And we know this wasn't Felon 45's idea. He's now claiming he didn't know that he signed it, or he didn't sign it, or whatever they're trying to spin it as, aside from the fact that it's got his spiky chicken scrawl all over it. It would be guaranteed it's Stephen Miller that's behind it, because that's the sort of cruelty he absolutely revels in. But yeah, I think this devil is going to lose this. Things are going to be fully exposed about the Emperor and his plans for overseas. I'm hoping this is about a returning of the Venezuelans. I don't feel good energy. I don't know that all of them will be returned. A number of them that are returned will be broken. It's just ghastly, ghastly, ghastly. But this abuse of power, there's going to be a really big ruling on this. And I think this is a cross-the-line immunity. The guidelines and barriers are going to stand. The protections are going to stand. I'm just going to say I think the Supreme Court's going to rule against Felon 45 on this. This may even be the one that he loses his immunity over, because my next question is Felon 45. Gosh, yeah, big legal action in regards to this. Absolutely. My question that I want to ask, there's Supreme Court itself. My big question on this is Felon 45 has declared, there's big information going to come out about some sort of agreement that was made. Okay, back on track, guys. Felon 45 has declared the Wars Act, Alien Enemies Act, a declaration of war due to the so-called invading gangs. He's moved I believe, two warships into the Gulf of Mexico on the southern border there for whatever reason. again as part of, I think it's to reinforce his declaration of war. I just want to say that if the treason can only be, somebody can only be considered treasonous if the country is at war. Does this mean, and I keep getting that treason card for felon 45, is he going to be his own undoing in regards to treason? Contracts and agreements that have been made, some sort of, okay, and you want that one, okay. Is the declaration of war by felon 45 going to be his undoing, because then he can be charged with treason? Now, the ICC, the international courts, yes, they cannot arrest somebody in the United States. They can't come in and arrest them. They can charge somebody in the United States if their actions involve another country that is a signatory of the International Criminal Court. So, for example, Netanyahu in Israel has been charged because Palestine, the Palestinians, are signatories to the ICC. Putin has been charged because Ukraine is a signatory to the ICC. So felon 45 can be charged. Now, the ICC will come in if there is an international crime and the country that that person is from does not take due process to charge that person. Okay, I'm just getting that out there. So I don't know quite where this is going to come from, but there has been some sort of contract and agreement that was made. Is felon 45 going to get charged with treason because he's declared war? Let's have a look. Poor choices. His challenge is going to be smoke and mirrors and greed and poor choices and gosh, possibly even as dementia, because it is a dementia card. I think it's just poor choices based on greed. Something unexpected coming out of left field. All cups, that's all emotions. In the past, mercenary actions based on money. Crowning this reading, we've got strength, courage, compassion, a ruling coming out, a legislative ruling potentially. It is my Mark Rutte card. Why would Mark Rutte be here? Okay. Money trails. With the Eight of Pentacles, a money trail internally. The last puzzle piece that will bring things to a closure with the World card here. Hopes and fears, bringing felon 45 to his end. Okay, Chariot. Movement forward being halted, the circles of support and the boundary standing firm, a rule and surrender in regards to the dark money that'll put a few people in jail. And then we have a health event occurring. Okay, I'm not getting the treason card. My treason card is the Three of Swords, but let's see how we go. The Four of Cups. Felon 45, not liking his options. An announcement's going to be made about moral, financial, and ethical corruption. Going to end up in an emotional disarray. The Devil, secrets coming out about the false victory, and Tower moment for him. Okay. I'm not getting the treason card, even though he is acting treasonous, because his declaration of war is being challenged and not standing. So it's like you can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it too. If the US is at war, he could be charged with treason. However, the courts have said, but we're not at war, which means that we're not at war, which means the Alien Enemies Act cannot be instigated. Okay. Which means he can't be charged with treason even though he is being treasonous. Let me put it that way. So no. I think the appeal is going to go to the Supreme Court. It's going to be upheld. They're going to order that the Venezuelans be, if not returned to Venezuela. I can't get over the feeling that some of them are not going to make it back, and if they do, they're going to be broken. Kirsty Noem's going to try and spin the conditions there, but they're not. It's just bull BS. It's just horrific down there. So yeah, but it's not going to end well for Trump. I mean, there's a lot of emotion. Cards keep getting the emotional breakdown for him. It's not going to end well. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Mikey Johnson has basically suggested that Congress could eliminate a level of the federal courts. Basically, every single federal court that doesn't agree with Trump, I think, is what he wants to eliminate. I can't see that getting through. I think things are just literally going to fall apart for them before they even get close. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Look after yourselves. Catch you later.